The fourth day's play is set to get underway here between Sri Lanka and the West Indies. Of course, this is the Twisty Test Championship. Jeez, I can't speak today, no matter how hard I try. Dinesh Chandimal is out in the middle with Lakmal, as the Sri Lankans have a 362-run lead. They're 6 wickets down today, and it's going to be an interesting sort of a day for. Like, what are we expecting from today's play? Obviously, Chandimal is looking to aggress with some stroke play so far, be aggressive. And it'll be interesting to see whether we see a declaration from the Sri Lankans at some stage later today. Obviously, we'll be heading into day 5 tomorrow. The pitch starting to really wear a little bit. I haven't seen too much wear on it. There's just a fraction of sort of wear at either end of the ground, but no real cracks opening up or not a heap of rough developing either. So it's just been a little bit of a dull period with the pitch. There hasn't been too much for it, but it's still in reasonably good batting nick at right now. As you can see, the Sri Lankans obviously 350 their score on the board, and they're able to hit shots like that down the ground. The West Indies on the other side will be hoping they can take these wickets pretty quickly and get themselves in at some stage later today. There's the outside edge and the first wicket of the day. And it is going to be Dinesh Chandimal who departs for the Sri Lankans. The captain of the West Indies, Jason Holder, getting that wicket. And no review here, just a little fine tickle through to the keeper. Wicket taken. And the West Indies, that's a good start from them. But as we're saying, what are they going to have to do with bat in hand? Already the chase is up to 390, and it's only going to grow. See another shot, almost to the boundary. Yes, it is. 4 more. And even the Sri Lankan tail in the first innings managed to add on an extra 30-40 runs just to get that total above 300. And now they've got this 371 score on the board with a lead of 400 plus, as they pick up 2 more here to push that lead over 400. Really is all pressure on the West Indies as to when these wickets come. There's an inside edge onto the pad, and there is a wicket that's falling. So Warrican has another. He's been the pick of the bowlers for the West Indies throughout this test. Inside edge on the pad on that forward defence is the end of Saranga Lakmal. Shea Hope in there taking the catch. He's at 14. Vishwa Fernando now out to the middle, and he's off the mark immediately with a couple of runs. So this lead now, what is it, 418, and cut away for some more runs. What is enough for Sri Lanka? Will they look to push it beyond 500? There's still 5 sessions left in the match. How many sessions is going to be enough to get these wickets as well? They'll have to be thinking about that. Oh, big shout. Given. West Indies have another. It's Cornwall this time. With one that sort of didn't turn. It just went straight on. And it will be the dismissal. But we will see a review here by the Sri Lankans. Was there any glove on this is probably the first question we have to look at here on Hotspot. Very close to the bat. Doesn't brush the glove on the way through. Or does it? I'm not sure. You can't see it on Hotspot. And here's what it looks like. Jeez, it doesn't brush the glove, I don't think. So we are going to the review now. Pitching in line. Impact in line. Wickets missing. So this will be overturned here. Another life for this Sri Lankan batsman. Cornwall will be disappointed. All the West Indians will be. They thought they were closing in on these last few wickets, but instead they're going to have to take one of them again. The wicket of Fernando, and it's taken with a remarkable catch. He cut it away. And the man at sort of gully for a spinner has dived to his left and been able to take that catch. It was Shimron Hetmeyer Sri Lanka 400 for 9. Now it'll be all about this last wicket stand. That lead of 428 right now. The West Indies hoping they can get in and bat sooner rather than later. Obviously not wanting this lead to go above 450. Just sort of a mental thing, and then 500 would be the one after that. They wouldn't want it to go past. Right now it's 447. With this one cut away for a 2 or maybe even a 3. No, they'll settle for 2. That lead is 449, and now it is over 450. Cracking shot through the covers. 4 runs. And the tail is now providing a handy little partnership here. Kumara and Embaldenia, they're still in. And they're on 438 runs for 9. As we finish off the morning session here on day 4. Planes flying overhead. 38 run final wicket stand so far. It has been important. Not so much for the runs point of view, but for the time factor. If they can get the West Indies in later tonight and take a few wickets, all of a sudden they are really in command of the game heading into day 5, and they are in command right now. The 450 is brought up. The 50 partnership is brought up. And the lead is beyond 485. It's 486 with that boundary. That is a cracking shot. Kumara on 40 right now. With Embaldenia on 49. These two have pushed that lead above 500. All of a sudden, all pressure. I mean, there already was all the pressure on the West Indies, but it just grows even more so with that 500 figure. As Embaldenia will pick up a 50. Bit of a mix-up there, but they're happy to come back, just stick with the 2. But it is a half century, just the 4 boundaries, 102 balls at the crease from Lasith Embaldenia. It's absolutely superb innings from him. As Kumara with a thick edge is taken. Wow, what a catch. It was short, it was sharp. It raced off the bat, and it was Warrican, who's had a pretty good game with the ball in hand. Takes a really good chance. And right now we see the the Sri Lankans come off. Craig Braithwaite to the middle to win. The West Indies 521 runs. Sri Lanka, they need 10 wickets. They got 4.5 sessions to do it. Kumara with the new ball. No run. And Braithwaite now gets the West Indies off the mark. Made a pretty good score in that opening innings. I think it was about 70 odd. Did Craig Braithwaite. And he gets the opening runs of this innings with a boundary. And so far he looks good. As this one trickles away. Again, the outfield just fairly slow. Ball holding up in the distance. Surprised to see neither of these two sides putting fielders in that area. It's been where we've seen a lot of runs scored. There's an inside edge from Campbell. And the first wicket for the Sri Lankans. So they get closer to victory. The West Indies' first hurdle. We'll get through the first hurdle of the West Indies was the opening batsman. And Shea Hope now in the middle. With a lot of pressure on his shoulders. How will this young man go about this extraordinary total and time required to bat? He's hit a couple of boundaries early. And he looks in reasonable touch. As does Braithwaite, who punches this through the offside for another 4. Lovely stroke. Oh, and again down the ground, the on drive. Always the best shot, you reckon, when someone plays just a classic on drive. It's just glorious to watch. Last ball of that second session is going to be an opt. The West Indies will go in to tea at 44 for 1. So they've survived that tricky little period of 13 overs. They did lose the 1 wicket. This final session of play will really, I guess, dictate how we're going to go into tomorrow. If the West Indies can keep these 2 at the crease at stumps, well, they'd fancy themselves a chance at a draw tomorrow. There's a bit of a mix-up between the batsmen if they get there. Whereas if the Sri Lankans take a few more tonight, there's a big shout. And given, then they would give themselves every opportunity at winning this match. And that wicket there, massive. Shea Hope out for 19. West Indies 48 for 2. Brooks now out in the middle. Oh, played away nicely. Through mid-wicket. Couple more runs to the total. Just the 2. Oh, they want 3. Gee, this is going to be a disastrous run out here. Oh, dear. Everything the West Indies didn't need. First losing Shea Hope and now losing another wicket of Brooks. Shamar Brooks out. Shamar Brooks. Sorry. And it's a run out. Literally the worst way you can lose a wicket. Shimron Hetmeyer out there with Craig Braithwaite now. And they just need to survive. Take it ball by ball. Moment by moment. And if they can get into stumps still at the crease, maybe the West Indies are a chance. But, geez, it's been a good start to this session from the Sri Lankans. 2 wickets in the opening, sort of 7 overs of it. And they've still got plenty of time tonight for more. Oh, that's nice. Cut away through point. And it'll be another boundary. Tell you one thing though, the light is getting quite dark out here. Oh no, we've had some extra light as that squared him up. Jeez, a thick edge, but doesn't carry. Oh, nice shot. Out of 50 for Craig Braithwaite. It's been superb from him. 52 from 97. Even that was a quality boundary. As Hetmeyer finds the cover gap and gets himself a nice little boundary as well. Now through mid-wicket. Striking it away for a couple more runs. They're coming back for a 3rd and they'll get there comfortably. We've got 10 overs left tonight. West Indies still 3 down. They'd like to remain there at stumps. But we're still seeing a little bit of aggression from them. Hopefully it doesn't cost them a wicket. Later on, another good on drive from Hetmeyer. Should pick up a few more. Come back for 3. What about 4 here? Could maybe get 4. And they do. Absolutely great running between the wickets. I mean, you've got to look at the plus side here for the West Indies. At the moment, it's only a further 300 and something. Oh, is that out? There's a big shout. The man at short legs excited, and it's given. So the Sri Lankans get another one tonight. Look at that, a little inside edge onto the pad, and a great take by the short leg Mendes. De Silva gets the breakthrough, 137 for 4. As we've got 5 overs remaining, I think, before stumps. Well, that's not bad. Gee, it's dangerous sometimes trying to hit or drive through the ball against the spin. Don't know which way it's going to go. We got 41 overs gone from this West Indian innings. Oh, that's ballooned. That's out. And that's the end of chase. Sri Lanka get another. West Indies in all sorts. Just a little inside edge onto the pad. De Silva takes another wicket. Kumara the catcher. Oh, and another edge. Jeez, they're looking dangerous, these these Sri Lankan spinners. Anyway, final ball of the day. Oh, he's cut it away. Gee, that's a dangerous shot to play off the last ball of the day. It was Dowrich who did it. They'll come back for a 3rd. They'll just get there in the end. And the West Indians will end the day 5 down for 153. Sri Lanka 5 wickets from victory. That's all they'll need on day 5. The West Indians, well, they'll need a bat out the day. And they'll need 350 odd runs as well if they want to win this match. Otherwise, thank you all for watching today's video. Hope you did enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow for day 5 between the West Indies and Sri Lanka. Goodbye.